Story of the day, though, is the Lions jerseys. And people are going to go, really? You're going to spend a lot of time on uniforms? Are you new to this? The NFL monetizes everything. There's attention on a schedule release, on a reading of names next Thursday night. There's buzz about guys in the Underwear Olympics running for teams at the Combine. Everything is a big deal in the NFL. And Lions fans went down to Ford Field to watch essentially a catwalk, a fashion show. And the uniforms are getting rave reviews today. John, I love them. We could talk about them. We want to welcome people in this morning, 248-539-9797. If you love them, if you hate them, if you're nitpicking, if you do not like them, show your work.
Yeah, as we found out, not everybody is like-minded. And if you don't like it, this has been a situation yesterday where the Lions revealed their jerseys. They were revealed a little bit early. It doesn't matter when they came out, but most people look at it and go, especially after you saw it on the players and you saw the pants, everything in combination, the helmets to go with it, it was widely accepted as a great move by the Detroit Lions. If you are one of those that doesn't like it, show your work. It's like math class. If you don't, it's okay, but show your work. Why is it that you don't like them?
They got leaked, partially.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, oh, man, it's going to take away from it. No, because when you see the full uniform,
yeah,
you got to see how they paired the black jerseys, which are probably the most polarizing jersey. But they paired them with a blue helmet and a black lion. And because it's a blue helmet, they can do blue pants or the black pants, which I think are the better look. But the black jerseys are cool. Dan Campbell has all about black. He wore them when he was here. He's wanted to bring them back, and the line from Rod Wood was, it's a reward for winning the division. Told him he had to win the division first. But people go, I don't like the black jerseys because when Campbell wore them, they were losers. I got news for you. They've been losers for 50 years. Dan Campbell, the coach, doesn't care about the losing. They're not going to be held up on their past. They're going to move forward regardless. And, yeah, I think the record was 15-33, the 3 seasons they incorporated black jerseys. It's irrelevant. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes have made this, like, look at the past, SOL, we're going to... They don't care, and you shouldn't either. I thought the black was clean. I thought black face mask. It all came together with the black lion on the helmet. The base jersey, the blue with the white numbers. No more of this boring gray, silver. It pops the white on the blue jersey. A blue face mask. Again, it pops. It stands out. It's still, but it's not too busy. They cut down on the sleeves. Too much action going on. Still a stripe, but it's clean. And they took off the William Clay Ford patch. Threw it on the back of the helmet. It's a reduced roll. I think they look clean. I think they look good. And I don't even think it matters that they're a good football team. I think even if they're a bad team, these would be cool jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Lions, the way that they have that on the black jersey, Detroit on the front, above the number on the white jersey, and like the helmet itself that goes with the black jersey it's kind of a reverse color scheme where instead of the silver or the gray underneath, you've got the Honolulu blue is the base of the helmet, and the black stripe looks awesome. The black lion, I think, looks awesome. The only thing that I don't like, and I'll show my work on this one, is the black jersey with the blue pants. It's not my favorite. I would prefer, because they have the option of black pants, black jersey, just go with the one color. And I would equate that to, I think it will look like, remember the color rush that they used to do on Thursday nights? I think the blue pants will be, it'll be like highlighter blue. And I just don't like the combination together.
Again, I prefer the black pants with the black jersey, but I can get away with it because you got the blue on the helmet.
Sure, yeah. You're pairing the top with the bottom.
Sure. I've seen the pushback. This is like the Carolina Panthers. And I guess if you want to say all black jerseys are the same.
Throw Baltimore in there.
But they're not, because Carolina's white numbers with the black jersey, Detroit's blue numbers with the black jersey. Carolina's blue is more of a teal, and they use it around the collar and around the sleeves. Detroit's not using the blue around the collar or the sleeves. They're not the same at all. It's black with a shade of blue. I guess if that's your definition of copying the Panthers, these just look badass. And that's the thing. They roll these out as a new era. This isn't the gray, the sleepy, boring gray of Patricia and Quinn. Yep. This is a bold, black and blue, tough football team, and the fans are eating it up.
Yeah, and if it's the fact that you don't like it because it's a reminder of another era, well, then at some point you should have been clamoring for completely different colors, different uniforms, different logo, different everything. Because if you're trying to go back to any era, unless you go back to 1957, there's not an era that you necessarily want to highlight. This is the Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, Sheila Ford Hamp era of the Detroit Lions. And I think a lot of people are missing the Sheila Ford Hamp era of this team. She did a great job of hiring Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. She has done a great job of providing them leadership and the leeway to make decisions, supporting those decisions. And now we're sitting here with a team that is something the entire city can be proud of. Is there one thing that she has done since she's been primary owner of the team that you can look back on and say that was a misstep?
I would say the only thing would be not that they raised season ticket prices, but how dramatically and when they did it. It was before they had won the playoff game. It wasn't 5% or 10%. It was pretty punitive to longtime season ticket holders. But really, for the most part, to your point, she was a woman who was booed mercilessly when she came out to introduce Calvin Johnson. She comes out last night. There's a little strut. Everybody's cheering. It's Sheila. People are chanting her name. A Ford. People are chanting her name. And that shows you how much things have changed.
Yeah. But even the ticket prices, season ticket prices, you go and win 2 home playoff games.
You back it up.
You get to the NFC Championship game. People thought you should have been in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's something. And then she even mentioned, yesterday when she was on stage that the standard, we want to be holding the Lombardi Trophy after the 24 season. When was the last time we heard a Detroit Lions owner talk about holding a Lombardi Trophy and setting that standard?
Go a step further. When's the last time you heard any Detroit owner express that sentiment?
It's been a while.
So which jersey do you want him to wear in the Super Bowl this year? 248-539-9797. Ross in Royal Oak, good morning. You're on 97.1.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Just a quick comment about the black jerseys. I really hate them. Black is not part of the color scheme. It's that simple. The Lions are Honolulu blue and silver. And when you have a home game and you're in Ford Field and you're amped up on a Sunday, you like to see that solid fan support with the color scheme, throughout the crowd, that sea of Honolulu blue and silver. And when you start throwing out the black merch, like whenever they're not wearing the black, and especially when you have, a Carolina or an Oakland in town, it's not a good look when you're looking at the home crowd on TV. It doesn't seem like you have that, solid, support in the stands. And it could just be me, but I don't like these alternate jerseys that bring in a color that's totally not part of the color scheme whatsoever. I mean, if you want to bring in black, like I think John mentioned a minute ago, then maybe it's time to change the color scheme or something like that. But as long as they're Honolulu blue and silver, I want to see Honolulu blue and silver on the field.
Ross,
I want to see it in the stands. That's what I want.
When the Raiders come to town, they would be the road team. They won't be wearing black. And to your point about what are the Lions' colors, I think as of last night, their colors are now Honolulu blue, silver, white, and black. It's now an official color of the team because they said so. Isn't that how it works?
Everybody gets stuck with a little bit of white. I mean, that's just part of the program.
Sure.
That's across the board at all the sports. But we're not a black team. It's that simple. So you're telling me they're just never going to wear the black against another team that has black in the color scheme, and that makes it okay? I don't like the black merch in the stands. I don't like colors that aren't part of the color scheme. I don't think. I mean, is black officially part of our color scheme now? I mean,
now, yeah,
I guess.
Well, and here's
I don't care.
And Ross, I get your overall point. My point is like they can and teams do all the time change their colors, and sometimes dramatically. This is pretty subtle. Black's like an accent color more than anything else.
Yeah.
And despite what he said, they are a black team. They're a well incorporated mix of individuals.
Yes. When I do understand the uniformity of the fan base, and we've had some ticket texters and other callers, not just Ross, talk about the fan base, and I don't think it's necessarily at Ford Field, but it's when you're at Lambeau, when you're, at Soldier Field, of being able to look up into the stands and you see those patches of Honolulu blue and silver. Now there's going to be individuals that are going to be wearing the black jerseys. But there were already individuals that were doing that because they were wearing what the coaches wear, the black sweatshirts, the black T-shirts, the black hat with grit on it.
This when you're not driving, you're at work or you're at you're not driving at all. Google Dan Campbell and go to images because John, this is what people will see. I know radio's not a visual medium. Can you describe the color that Dan is wearing in most of these images on the internet?
Yes, it's the majority of them are the black.
Yeah, Dan Campbell on the sideline, black with a black hat with a Black Lions logo. The coach of the team, who most people idolize, has been doing this for years, and I'm being told it's not part of the color scheme. As of last night, it is. Yep. Come on, guys. And I know this is not a visual medium, but many of you have seen the jerseys. You've seen the uniforms. We'll keep taking phone calls. 248-539-9797. What's your thought? Black uniforms, did they do enough with the base uniforms? Jordan, you're on 97.1.
Hey, guys. I'm a little new to this, so bear with me. But I just want to say that I like the new color jerseys, and I think that's probably a lot of Detroiters, or anyone that's Lions fans. We're so used to that blue, we're just stuck with it, and we can't accept that change. But I kind of like it because it's something different. I know it brings us to the city. And, Detroit Lions have always been drugged through the mud for everything we've done. Mm-hmm. So to get something else different and brought back some more attention, we got the draft coming here. Just, to accept it, we might grow on it and like it because you got to think we're going to pay money to buy those jerseys to wear the games. We might, get a celebrity to wear the jersey. We're going to like that anyway. So right now we're probably just going to hate it because we physically can't see it yet. But when they start winning those games, we're going to want to wear them too. So be optimistic about the jerseys. Give it a chance.
Jordan, I agree with you. And I think winning is one. If they go out there in the black jerseys, the black pants, the new helmet, everybody is going to love the fact that they won and they were wearing those jerseys. And a lot more people will warm up to it with wins.
Yeah, we're already breaking the Lions' losing streak. We didn't make Super Bowl. We didn't win that. But we won the division of the North. We are North winners. Mm-hmm. So I take that any day over any loss, any day.
Yep. Listen, synonymous with winning is a good thing. They haven't worn these yet, but come on. The expectation for this football team, they're chasing a Super Bowl. It's from the owner's lips. This is a team chasing a championship. This team won a lot of football games.
Yeah, and they didn't do something silly. Like they didn't add, okay, you could say adding in black is adding a new color, but to me, black is kind of like always having the white on the jersey. Like there's a lot of teams that will have, black as an accent color or outlining a number. And yeah, most of the time it's part of their original color scheme. I think it's cool. Why can't we just have a cool factor?